Okay, now I got the driver's seat out. And there's a few issues here. Like this. Broken right off. Bam! Bam! So I gotta pull this off and weld that back on. This is also broken. You can see right there. Gotta put that back together. It's missing a spring. There's a spring that goes from here down to this. Notice it won't go back in its spot. And I think this one's bent over here. Something goes to this. I don't know, maybe not. But it's got some issues. That's broke right off. Well, I'm gonna take this whole bracket off of the seat, these bolts, weld it all up, paint it, put it all back on, and get it to work. Every one of these Fords, these worked on a 1990, 91 pickup truck, this 90 F-150, and I had to weld the seat frame all back together on it too. It was all broke, just like this. I mean, not as bad, but it was broke back here under this one. Had to weld it too. I don't know what it is with these Ford seats, 1990 Bronco, but I'll get the seat reupholstered while it's out too. It needs some work. It's all tore up, and then I'll put it all back together after I get it welded. I'll weld it up myself. I got a welder over there, old Miller from the 70s, but it works good. My brother's out here vacuuming. Got the gauge package over here. As you can see, I got the new cable. This is the old one. I got it out. It's all broke, but I can't put this one in yet. This is off of Amazon. This is what it is. I don't recommend it yet until I've got it in and it works. It was like 30 bucks, I think. Gear shift indicator cable, 87 to 91. Looks pretty good. It looks like it's 3D printed to me. It's got a metal cable instead of whatever this one is. It's almost like fishing line, but see where it's busted here. This, what I did was I took that rivet out, and I slid the little gear indicator out. Something wrong with that? Do you see it? Yeah, it's got the P burned in it from the sun. So I ordered from Amazon a little orange paint marker and waiting for that to arrive. It arrives today, and I'm gonna repaint that, slide this back in here and glue that back down with what, I don't know, super glue maybe? Something that'll hold that down, maybe a little epoxy and a clothespin to keep it shut. Once this, I'm gonna paint this, put it back in there, let it dry overnight, and then try and reinstall this maybe tomorrow, the next day, I don't know. This one's from the junkyard. It's all broken too. It's just as bad. Came with the column that I got, and it just won't return. You'll put it into drive, and then you'll put it into park, and this cable will get stuck. There's no, I don't know, there's no strength to it because of that brake, I guess. I'm not positive, but it just won't slide back. The spring's good. I've messed with the spring. It's strong. It'll pull the cable through there. But when it's tight, everything's tight. And this has been over like that because it's broken. No bueno. It doesn't slide back. So I'm going to try this one here from Amazon. I'll put a further report on here about how it works. And I'll take a video of it when I get it all in. Okay. Alrighty. Got this all ready to, just about ready to weld. You see somebody did a repair here. I ground it up a little bit. It was just terrible. Looked bent, it was bent. It was all messed up. No seat base for the driver's side. This piece is broke completely off. I think I showed this earlier, but it was under there. What I made was a little cardboard piece, and I'm going to cut it out of this piece of steel. We're going to take that and weld it over that. Not the Not the cardboard. But this piece of steel, I don't know what this is. 1/8 inch. Something I had laying around. I'm gonna cut this out and weld it on there to fix that seat base. Every one of these 90 Fords I work on it. I've had 2 or 3. The seat bases are always broke. The driver's side seat bases, always something's broke or bent really bad. Usually just broke. I've always welded on them, so I think this is probably the 3rd one I've done. So let me get that cut out, get it, the welder fired up, get it tack welded on there, and I'll come back when I got a little bit farther along. All right, I mentioned getting the fuel tank out. I got it out, and OMG, look at that. We're gonna go get a flashlight. Pretty sure this fuel tank's no good. I'll be ordering a new one. Look at that. Wow. Let's go look at the fuel pump. The fuel pump's out here because it smells so bad. Look at that. More money. More work. Fun, fun, fun. We got the new fuel tank in from Just Bronco Graveyard. Looks pretty good. A little bent up in one of these corners right there from this shipping, but no big deal. That's for the 90 Ford Bronco. And then I got the fuel pump, started putting it together. These are all the wires. Comes with no instructions to where these go to. So I'm gonna go inside, do a little Google fooing and figure out which ones go where. I mean, they don't give you any instructions. That's kind of bad. Got a new fuel hose here, filler hose, Just Bronco Graveyard. I got new fuel filter. Got a new rollover valve, vent tank out of the tank, goes in that tank. Bought a new ring, just in case. My old one was pretty beat up. This is the fuel pump, Carter. And I bought all new fuel lines. I got them hanging over here, just trying to let them relax a little. These are all new fuel lines. They make a kit, changes all the plastic fuel lines. I just got them hanging off of my homemade belt sander here. These new push buttons. These are push buttons instead of that plastic clip that slides on there. They're laying here instead of these. They're just push button instead of that thing. Sock that goes on that fuel pump. Out there just working on it, getting oh, I gotta go help. I'll be back. This is the rusty hitch off the 90 Bronco. It looks like a factory one to me, one of those ones you got back there in the 90s. I put some rust encapsulator on it. Followed the instructions. I got it off Amazon. I ground it, sanded it. I used a brush to put it on. Usually I like to spray things, but I used a brush because it was easier to get it on nice and thick. That's just one coat. I mean, that really covers well. I'm going to show it to you here. It's this. Oh God, I think it was about 30 bucks, I think. It's latex based, which I guess is good. That little quart there, like $27, $28. Came in this box. Let me show you the box. Rust converter 2-in-1. Before, after. You can see it there. Works. Went on pretty good. Hitch turned out all right. That's just one coat. They said you could put 2 on, but it really looks pretty good. I don't know if I'm gonna go over that with some spray paint or not. I mean, oil-based paint over latex usually isn't the best idea, usually. the other way around isn't good either, but it sure covered well. I want to see how it hardens up, see how hard it gets. I'll check it tomorrow. I got a little heater on it here. It was 60 degrees in the garage today, and I always want you to paint in the 70s, but I got it up to 66 with this little heater in here. Just keeping it on a little while longer, make it harden up. One more step. I'm going to put the fuel pump back in. That's all over there in those parts stack. Get the fuel tank back in, then I'm going to throw this hitch back on, and that'll button up that. We'll see how hard this is tomorrow. If it's hard enough, I think it's good. Ain't see-through. It doesn't see through right now. Ain't going to be see-through tomorrow. I'll put the fuel tank in and put the hitch back on. Alrighty.